You're
Okay. What'd you say? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
stop it.
Me, I feel like I look so oily. I started the last call. It's like, oh, so that's what I'm gonna look like today. I like put way too much highlighter on. I was like, oh my gosh. But thanks, friend. We need a makeup class with you. All right, so I wanted to get all of you together because I've obviously have been seeing you guys be consistent. I know a lot of people are like at work right now, so they're not able to hop on. So if you're watching the replay, thank you for being so consistent and just actively and intentionally working your business. I do want to help you achieve the things you want to achieve. I put this group together because I see that you guys genuinely want it. And I want to dedicate that time to all of you. So I thought it would be a good idea if I kind of mapped out what it would look like for you to go for director by convention. I think all of you have your convention tickets, so I would love to see you all on stage as directors. I know a lot of you are going to be getting recognized for 15%, 18%, the bonus levels that you've achieved, but I know there's room for more. And I know you want more for yourself. I want more for you. And I would love nothing more than to see more of you with your checks on stage and just achieving things that you didn't know were possible. So I wanted to kind of map it out and give you guys some tangibles on how to get there by December with some timelines because it's one thing, I know you all want to be director by September, but we do need to have like a game plan and a strategy to get there. We can't just be like, yeah, I want to do it. Like I want to be vice president next week. Like we all want it, but we need to have a tangible strategy and plan to really get there. So I'm gonna kind of show you what I have mapped out, and then after I share those slides with you guys can share any ideas that you have with me, any concerns, anything that you think we need improvement on, any like ideas that come to mind that you might want to add. I'm open to hearing it and would love to hear from you guys. It's a gift to be able to improve. So let's talk about going director by September. If you can't tell, I got a MacBook and I'm having too much fun with Canva. But I'm about to be like V, and be up to her standards of hosting Zoom calls. But I do want to map it out for you guys, especially because there's a lot of numbers. You guys know I honestly don't like what do you call this again? PowerPoints. But I know when I'm talking about numbers and stuff and mapping out goals, it's just like, what number did she say? Like, when do I have to get this done by? So I'm gonna send these slides to you guys as well, and I'm gonna have a PDF written out to help you guys keep track of everything too. So let's talk about going director by September. This is gonna be a sprint plan. So to kind of lay it out for you guys, convention is in 9 weeks. So we're going director in 9 weeks. Saying we're gonna do something by September, it seems like we have a lot of time, but we don't have any time to waste. So from June 26th today to August 31st, our goal is to hit director in 9 weeks. And I don't want you to be discouraged because God can make something happen in 9 weeks that will take most people 10 years. So really have faith, take heart, and have belief that you can really achieve it because that's going to come first. I can give you all the strategy, I can give you all of the game plan, but you need to have belief that you can do this. If you didn't notice, not everyone is here on this call live, and I think just having belief that you're even here to listen to this, I have belief in you that you can really do it. So have that belief in yourself. Maybe we don't know how it's going to happen, but we believe that it will happen, and this strategy will kind of help us get there. So let's talk about this sprint plan because that 9 weeks is gonna fly by like that. When I saw 9 weeks, I was like, I need my outfits. I was like, and I'm still going to Turkey. I'm like, so Turkey is before convention. I'm so confused as to what's happening here. So let's talk about the requirements for a director. I know you all know this, but it's also easy to forget. But you need 200 personal points the month you hit a director. You need 5,000 group points and 1,500 side points. And your side points are going to be from, it's honestly your front line that isn't 18% bonus level, but they do take your highest 18 or 22% bonus level when you do have one of those leaders. If you do have an 18% or a 22% downline or frontline under your team, they will take the highest out of that and take it out of your side points. But just focus, if you're just focusing on everyone on your team that's less than 15% bonus level and you're growing those first bonus levels, you don't need to worry about which is the highest 18%, which is the highest 22%. Just focus on getting front lines less than 15% bonus level, and it's a guarantee that all of those front lines will be in your side points, right? To kind of simplify it for you, but they do it is your front line less than 25 percent, and then they take out your highest 18 or 22% bonus level. So if you guys have questions on that part, I tried to just make this simple and say frontline less than 15%. So you just focus on that, but it is your front line less than 25% minus your highest 18 or 22% bonus level. So let's say I enrolled Lena, Alexis, Kayla, Erlene, and V. Okay. And let's say V is 25%. Oh, I need to plug in my laptop. V is 25%. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's say Kayla is 18%. Erlene is 5%. Let's say everyone besides Kayla and Alexis, uh, and V, let's say everyone besides them three are at the lower 5% or 3%, 9%, 12% levels. And Kayla is my highest 18% bonus level. Kayla will be taken out of my side points and put in and only remain in my group volume. So I know that part is so confusing, so we'll talk about it at the end, but just focus on your 1,500 side points coming from frontline less than 15% bonus level. Anything extra will be extra. So you'll have a solid foundation on that. These are the requirements. And now let's talk about the strategy. To hit that 5,000 GV, you personally need 200 personal points, so personal volume. Our goal will be to help 3 to 4 frontline members or 3 to 4 team members reach 1,400 group volume. So that 15% bonus level. As leaders going for director, I want you all already have people on your team. So think about 3 to 4 people that you can help get to 15% bonus level. Maybe you have to reactivate some people. Maybe you have to re-inspire some people. Reach out to people and like someone came to your mind just now, even if they aren't running the business. Be like, hey, you came to mind and I really want to help you run with this. What made you pull back? Or, is this still something you want to do? Because I see so much potential in you. Like, think about it. It's so much easier for you to revive someone than to go look for someone that's not even doing this yet, because the people that have joined you, they've already tried the products, they've already clicked join now, they already had a vision for themselves before. It just needs to be reignited in them, and maybe they're totally out. Then think of 3 to 4 people you can enroll and start working with. But our goal is to help 3 to 4 people reach that 14% or 1,400 GV, which is 15% bonus level. We multiply that 1,400 by 3, we get 4,200, and then plus your PV, that's 14,400. And then you can think of like a couple people that you can cultivate, is that a word? 600 more points from maybe your customers, right? Other customers or lower bonus level team members or new team members. So think about how you can get that extra 600 points. But focus on 3 to 4 team members that can reach that 1,400, and maybe, the customers or enrollments that you can get from that 600 plus your PV that you need. So to hit that 1500 side points, think about, enrolling 5 BIs. And I know this seems like a lot, but like you need to apply pressure in this sprint. If this is something you've never planned out for yourself before, and to get to something that you've never done before, you have to do something that you've never done before. So this is the pressure that we're gonna have to apply. I know like the goal seems really high, but I promise you guys you can do it. So, and this is kind of like over planning. Like you're gonna have more points than you need if you're striving for this. You're gonna have a little bit of overflow in your downline. So to get the 1500 side points, enroll 5 new BIs from now until August. I mean until August 31st. I believe that you can do that. Enroll 5 BIs who each do 300 personal volume, or enroll 3 who, get bigger packs, um, plus 1 who does 300. So you can do 3 who do 500 plus 1 who does 300, or get 5 and help them get 300 each. You can also like do this if you want to divide it by the 125. If you want to enroll people, like let's say people are enrolling with the 125. So enroll 5 BIs who each do 300. That's 1500 points. So if we do 1500 divided by 125, that would be 12 BIs. So if you're enrolling people with 125, 12 new BIs from now until August 31st, or 5 BIs with the 300. And to start enrolling people with higher packs, start sharing more products that people want to buy, and always lead with that higher pack. Like I would be overselling the $500 pack on calls so that the $300 pack is cheaper. I enrolled with 300 PV. So have the belief that people are going to spend on these products. I've seen people do it. So it's either 12 at 125 or 5 with 300 so that you can secure your side points. But you might not even need to do that because you're 5,000 GV. If you're this first part, if you don't have people at the 25% bonus level, then everyone will be in your side points too. So the bottom half, you don't really need to worry too much about it unless everyone that you have enrolled is at 25% bonus level, right? Because if they're higher than that 25% bonus level, they're going to be out of your side points. If you've helped 3 to 4 people reach the 15% bonus level, and everyone on your team is 15% bonus level or under, then all of this 5,000 is also going to be your side points too. Does that make sense? So you guys don't get too overwhelmed with the bottom half of the side points. That's just there so that I just want you guys to have in mind, like, keep enrolling people, because you never know if you do enroll a superstar and you have 3 people at 25% bonus level. You're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even focus on side points. So the goal is to enroll 12 beauty influencers with 125 PV, or 5 with 300 from now until August, and help 3 to 4 of them reach 15% bonus level. So if you're enrolling what's June, July, August. So 4 new beauty influencers a month. I know like this last week enrolling 4 people might feel like a stretch, but focus on it. I've seen all of you do it. Enroll 4 people this week. I know it sounds hard, but focus on that business content, right? Think about getting your check at convention. Think about walking the stage as a director. Think about those director perks. You're not going to be on that stage wondering, oh my gosh, I put in so much work to get those 12 BIs. You're going to be like, I'm so glad I got those 12 BIs in that 9 week period. Because you're going to find at least 3 to 4 that want to reach 15% bonus level out of the 12. We're going to add them to a little chat. Once we do start enrolling people, we're going to help them get to that 15% bonus level. But I don't want to make that chat until we have the new people, right? So that's the strategy. 12 BIs from now until August with 125 points or 5 with 300. So obviously we're going to aim for that 300. We like enrolling less to do more is great, but it's also nice to have 12 new BIs that you can work with and help get to 3 or 4 get to that 15% bonus level. So I have a little schedule for our 9 week sprint here. First, you're going to set that intention and believe you're going to be director by August. So maybe write in the chat, I'm director by August, claim it, write it down, and we're going to start a new list, right? Maybe you have a list from when you first joined last year. Start a new list of 50 to 100 people. Maybe you have it in an Instagram folder. Write out the names that you've saved in that Instagram folder and start your reach outs, 10 a day. Plant those seeds. We've seen V enroll like 8 people in 2 weeks because of her reach outs. They work. We see it work. And maybe send in the chat, like, maybe we can all do it together. I'll do it with you guys because I want to enroll 12 people from now until August too. I'm running with you all. Rihanna. Yay! I'm running with you all, and you guys are holding me accountable too. So when we send our reach outs, maybe we can send screenshots to share what we shared, what people are saying back, how we can respond. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I see V send in screenshots of responses, I'm like, I need to go reach out to people. So we're holding each other accountable in this chat. Talk to each other. You guys know I work at night. I'm available during the day. So it means a lot if you guys are also like talking without me having to talk first. Like we're all friends, we all know each other. Share what you guys are saying because when I get out of my job and I see you all with all of your reach outs and all of your responses, all I'm gonna do is be motivated to work too. So let's help inspire and aspire one another by like sharing the reach out. So 10 reach outs a day. And then we need to lock in on the reels and the content and the stories. Like we need to lock in to get 12 BIs from now until August. It's not just going to happen if we post when we feel like it. We have to be consistent together as a team, as an army. So this week here, I have enroll one new BI and with 125 to 200 points. But let's go for that 4 with 125. 4 with 125, but super like the target, at least get that one new BI this week with 125 to 200 points. But let's go for 4. Like aim high and then you'll definitely hit that target of 1, right? Shoot for the stars, land on the moon type of deal. So our target is to enroll one new BI and help them place a 125 to 200 point order. So if you're enrolling a new BI and they're getting started with 125 points, and then you help them make a sale of 125 to $200, that is your one BI with 300 points. So here, remember the goal is to enroll 5 BIs from now until August that do 300 points. If you make it a goal to get that first BI with 300 PV, you're enrolling them with 125, and then they're making a sale of 125 to $200. That will be your first 300 PVBI. Okay, so this is our goal for this first week from now until the 30th. Set that intention, get a little notebook, write I'm going director by September at the top. Create your list, your new list of the people you want to work with, and let's start doing our reach outs, sending them in the chat so that we can inspire one another with the reels, with our stories. We have to share the opportunity so that the people that we reach out to, they get that next what is it? Where's I always lose this word. Um, what's this? They get that next exposure. So you're gonna reach out to them and then you're gonna make a reel and then you're gonna make a story and they're getting exposure after exposure. And this is gonna help you get towards the goal of enrolling your new BI with that 300 points. Because you're enrolling them with 125 and then you're helping them place or make a sale of 125. So our goal for next month. Okay, yay. Our goal for July, right? July is like in 7 days. So yes, Alma, your golden director. Our goal for July, our monthly target for July 31st, because we're gonna end the month strong with the that last slide I showed you guys, but then July is coming and we already need to have July planned out. If you haven't thought about July yet, we're thinking about it now and I'm helping you map it out now. 200 points. 2000 group volume, and a lot of you already finish with 2000 GV, or you're like 200 points shy of 2000 GV. So a lot of you are already like doing this. So this should be encouragement for you, or maybe you're finishing like almost at 1000, right? This is still encouragement because you guys are so close. So our goal for July is to be ending with 2000 GV and 6 to 900 side points. And we want to have two BIs enrolled with that 300 PV. If you're enrolling with 125 PV, then you want to have 3 to 4 by next month. And then once you have like 3, 4, like 3 to 5 BIs that you're working with, you can kind of see who's gonna be the one that hits 15%. But we're gonna help all of them, and at least one will get to that 15%. But next month, like you, with the people that you're enrolling this week, and in that first week, you should have a leader that you're working with that's getting to that 15%. If you're sending them the workbook, you're getting on a call with them. I enrolled 2 people last week. I have a call with them on Monday, and I'm going to be onboarding them one-on-one. I haven't been doing that. I've just been sending them on the weekly calls. We need to be getting on the face-to-face Zoom calls because that changes everything. They personally feel like you care about them and you're not just handing them off to a Zoom call that you're not even on. And they feel like you care about their goals. So I'm getting on a call with my new BIs, the 2 that I enrolled last week, and I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna revive some of the dead. Okay, Jesus revives the dead, and we're gonna do that here on this team. So I'm gonna go and reach out to anyone I've enrolled in the last 6 months that might not be active right now, and see if they want to hop on the call too. And I want you guys to do this intimately with your teams. I can't do this for you. Your team needs to see you as a leader if you're going for director. So what I would do if I were you guys, get on a call with like the people that you've enrolled in the last 6 weeks. Tell them, hey, I'm hosting a call on Monday. Maybe you all want to schedule at the same time I have mine, and then we can all talk about how it went together in our little chat on Monday. But I'm doing mine on Monday at 2 p.m. I'm inviting the girls, and all I'm gonna do is say, hey, like, pharmacy is really popping off right now. We have our convention coming up. I have a couple of new girls that I'm getting together on a Zoom call. I thought of you, would love to have you on if this is something you really want to launch. I'm sorry if I wasn't as hands-on with you in the beginning, but I do really want to work with you and I thought about you. However they respond is how they respond. But the 2 girls that I do have that are really excited, I'm going to have them come on and I'm just going to have them share why they got started in this business. I'm going to tell them why I do this business, and then I'm going to set the 15% goal with them. And I'll make a little plan like this for 15% bonus level, and I'll share it with you guys in our director by September chat, and you guys can share your screen for your people too to map out that 15% bonus level for them. All right. So goal is this is the numbers goal, but let's make it. I'm gonna um put a little to-do list for us on Monday. Schedule new girl call on why they joined this business for Monday. And then if you guys feel more comfortable, I'll record it. And you guys can schedule yours for Tuesday just so you can see how mine goes. Um, But V, you've been on a call like that with me. Alexis, Lena, you all have seen me do this call asking everyone why they do this business. You already know how it goes. Alma, you too have done it with you and Erlene's team. So it's the same thing. This is gonna help people see that you care. It's gonna allow you to know why they want to do this, and you can't care about them if you don't know them. So this is it's good for you to personally know your team in this way. So. This is the July target by the 31st to have two BIs enrolled with one leader rising to 15%. And then I have an action plan here week by week for you all so that you can kind of map this out for yourself. So week week one is this week, the 26th through the 30th. We have a 9 week sprint to director before Pharma Synergy. So this we're in week one right now. Our goal is to enroll that one BI and help them get 300 PV. Week two will be July 1st through the 7th. Enroll another new BI, help, and if you're not enrolling them with 300, you need to enroll two with 150. Help them launch and start their stories. So when you get on that call and ask them for why they're doing this, we're also at the end, after we tell them our why, you're going to hear their why and you're going to be able to give them ideas for how to launch their pharmacy business, what to write in their captions, what kind of post they should be making. Week three will be July 8th through the 14th. Your goal is to help one person reach that 400 to 700 GV and start three-way chats to onboard their new BIs or maybe three-way calls, right? So you're doing three-way chats to start helping them enroll other people. Once they enroll, you have those chats to kind of start working with them in their onboarding. Week four, July 15th through the 21st, enroll another BI with that 300 points or two at 150. And you should be at 100 PV personally, but I think we're all at that point where we know we need 200 by that first week of our 200 PV done by the first week of June. So you don't need to worry about, your personal volume. And then help another BI reach that 300 plus points. And then week five, July 22nd to the 31st, push for one team member to hit that 1400 GV and start auditing your team. And that last week, you can kind of see where your points are, what you need. Always be auditing in that last week of the month so you can kind of gauge where you're going to be at the end of August and how much more you need to achieve. So we have to be auditing. We should be checking our back office every day and doing the numbers, the estimating. And we all know how to check our numbers, right? If we're at, let's say you're going for director this month and you're at 700 points right now. You're at 700 points. We're going to divide that by, what's the date? 26, I think. No. So we're gonna do 5,000 divided by 30 because 30 days have September, April, June. 30 days in June. So 166 points a day gets you to director. So we'll do 166 times. Today's the 26th. You should be at 4,333 points today to get to director. But you guys are going to be able to do this math next month on really calculating where you should be at. So every day you should be doing like 5,000 divided by, let's say today would be the second. You'll do 5,000 divided by 30. And if you know $166 a day gets you to director, you'll times that by two. So on the second day, you should have that 333 points. Let's say you're at like, you know, 80. You can be like, okay, I need 253 points to catch up. Just doing those numbers so that you can gauge where you need to be numerically, right? If you're not checking your back office and checking your numbers every day, how are you going to be able to track? Like, if you're not tracking it, you're not growing it. Does that make sense? So even if the numbers aren't like there, if you're at least tracking it and you can see how much more growth you need, how many more sales you need to do, you can grow if you're tracking it, but you can't grow anything you're not measuring. So you have to be measuring your numbers if you want to grow your numbers. All right, so when August comes, I'm giving you your August goals too. Our monthly target by August 31st is that 5,000 group volume. This is the overall director, right? And maybe some of you will hit it before then. I know some of you will. But 5,000 group volume, 1,500 side points, that 3 to 4 personally enrolled BIs with 300 points each, or you're going for 12 at that 125 and then 200 plus personal points. But I think we can all make it a goal to have 500 PV so that we can make up for whatever side points we need, etc. And I'll share these slides with you guys so that you can have it too. Alma put the hair up. She got the glasses on. Uh, all right. Are you ready for me to go to the next slide? So now we have week 6, 7, 8, and 9. So week 6, August 1st through the 7th, duplicate your system. Help 2 new BIs and onboard. The same thing that we're gonna do this week. We should be doing that and duplicating it over and over because that's gonna multiply your business. And I know that this feels like a lot, but I promise you, you're gonna be like, wow, if you're doing it for your 2 new people, they're gonna do it for their 2 new people. And you're like, it's gonna work itself. But at the beginning, we're gonna be doing a lot of work. It's gonna feel like it's not for a lot, but it all accumulates and you're gonna collect that harvest. So every time you have a new, like, we get those 2 new BIs, we want to get them on a call and ask them their why. Hopefully by August, we all have like collectively together 15 new or even like mid-July, like if we're all enrolling 3 new BIs, if we have this big group of 15 new BIs, I'll host the call for all of us and have everyone go around and share their why so that we don't need to do so many little things on the side and they can all start working together. But I do want to make this 15% bonus level chat of anyone new we enroll or revive from now until August 31st because we can't all go director by August if we're not focusing on that core rank of 15%. We need to have people that we're helping get to 15%, but because if we don't help them, we don't get director, right? So we have to help them. Um, Week 7, August 8th through the 14th, we're going to push our second and third options of that 1,400 GV. So we should be looking at who are our second and third people we can get to 15% bonus level. July, and maybe you'll find that mid-July, but this is just kind of a timeline to kind of organize everything. It might happen faster, or you might get all 4 of your 15% bonus levels in week 8 and 9. But if you're focusing on this early, shoot for the stars, land on the moon. And then week 8, August 15th through the 21st, we're going to fill in the gap. If you need another BI, we're going to focus on that BI. We're going to see where we need to fill in our gaps and kind of audit everything because everyone's business is going to look different. Not everyone's going to be at 3,700 points with 6 BIs and 700 side points. Everyone's business is going to look a little different. And we're going to reevaluate, audit, and fill in the gaps. And then week 9, our final volume push. We're going to be rallying our teams, following up with customers, and reordering, a reorder push. So I'm thinking we can meet bi-weekly on Thursdays to kind of check in. And then the weeks that we don't meet, we have our chat to kind of check in. So there is already a lot of calls, but I do want to be working closely with all of you to help you hit director. Just like we can't onboard once, I can't meet up with you guys once and expect you all to go director by September, right? So we have to work together, and I'm already grateful that you guys showed up for this call, so I'm not worried about you guys not showing up. Um, so I put together some weekly, daily methods of operation for every week. I know putting down those numbers, it's like, okay, but how are we going to get those numbers? We're going to do it by setting growth goals. So we have our goals of how to hit our rank, but we also have our goals of how we're going to get those sales, the things that we can control. So I have activities, the goal of how many activities and what that's going to look like every week. So reach outs, reels, IG stories, our value posts, like the carousels that we do, conversations, and then our PV, that's what we can control, right? I can't control how I'm gonna get 5,000 GV by the end of the month. We can't control that, but we can control the activity that we do that will help us create that. So our daily goal for reach outs is 10 to 15 reach outs a day, one reel a day. Lord help me. IG stories. I'm good at, I know I've already got that down. So kind of like you're looking at all of these activities and you can see the ones you do every day and the ones you need to put on your power list. The ones you need to do in the beginning of the day to be like, okay, I don't do this every day. Let me do this first so that it's out of the way. And for me, that's reels and reach outs. So one reel a day. IG stories, 3 to 5 slides daily, value posts, one a day, opportunity conversations, five a day. So the difference between a reach out and opportunity conversations, maybe a reach out, is just a genuine starting conversation. Opportunity conversations, you are talking to them about pharmacy and answering objections. And then your personal points. You should have 200 a month. All of you do that already. So if you're doing 10 to 15 reach outs a day, you're having 70 to 100 conversations weekly. It's 5 to 7 reels a week. If you're doing one a day, at least, maybe you take Sunday off like me, like at least 5 to 7 reels weekly. IG stories, if you're doing 3 to 5 daily, and this is about the business, 30 plus. Value posts, one a day, 7. Opportunity conversations, we're just gonna call that follow-ups, 5 a day. So 35 plus. And then you want to be tracking your PV weekly. So this is our daily method of operation for every week of this sprint. We're sprinting to director, and it's a 9 week thing. So we got this. This is kind of just a little goal that we can control. Can't control getting those exact numbers every week, but we can control this. And if the numbers are all going to come in differently, but we have each other to really work towards this. All right, so some mine, yeah. So for value posts, I honestly go to Issa's page because she does like, let me give you some examples. So even like this one, if you go to her page, I'll send it in our chat. So this is a value post. It doesn't have to be like an infographic with text on it. It can be like cute photos and then the caption is adding value. Like a post that is telling a story about the business and inviting someone in to DM you about the opportunity. This is also a value post here, like the one she has, what my dream life looks like. That 5 reasons to join pharmacy type of deal. Um, anything that's like comment info and you're adding value and teaching someone about pharmacy. Does that make sense, V? Yeah? Okay, cool. All right, so some mindset tips for this sprint. Make sure you're telling yourself every message I send is a seed. Every message you send is a seed. I show up like a leader before I hold the title. So, how are you working now so that you can gain that title? The title doesn't come before the work comes and then the title. And then remember, consistency builds momentum, and momentum builds leaders. Someone that you're watching right now, or someone that's watching you right now that isn't your BI yet, they're watching you be consistent. And when they come in, they're going to duplicate what they've already been watching you do for the last few months. So, consistency builds momentum, and momentum builds leaders. Oh, and then that is done. Um, but I hope that helped. I'm gonna create a little like guide that will help you guys like fill stuff out weekly, and then I'm gonna send in these slides into Canva because I know it's like a lot to take in at once so that you can like overview it, look at it, and then ask me any questions that you might have, whether it's in the chat or on the side. I'm here to help you. And maybe we can all like do a live with one another and collaborate with each other like that. I'll plan that tomorrow. But does anyone have any questions for me? No? All right, well I will end the recording and maybe we can take a photo.